No, it wasn't.
Oh.
Maybe I smoked something. Shaggy, what did you give me?
My beautiful wife, and she's great, and I love her.
Okay, I'm just gonna remove it so it stops doing that.
Give me all your things.
I opened the door. Should I not been able to open the door?
Didn't really have time to test everything. We're just gonna kind of run with it.
Yeah.
It'll all work out in editing.
Maybe.
The quick ass editing I'm gonna have to do.
Or we'll be like, hey guys, due to circumstances, no episode. Hi, I'm Anthony Denny.
Oh, we're live right now. We're already going.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just said all that live.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been live. I just started the audio. And I had to do it that way because the dark audacity that we have to use so we don't have our information stolen has a different way of doing settings, and I don't have it set up yet because I haven't used it, so. Anyway, welcome to Oddtober.
Yeah.
It's finally here.
It is.
My favorite time of year.
Yeah, fucking October and November are like peak times of the year.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Fucking
It's my favorite
spooky
time.
Halloween, All Hallows Eve.
And then I get to be fat.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, exactly.
Woo!
Thanksgiving is an overrated holiday.
Heather also hates it.
I disagree, but that's probably because when I was growing up and I was like an angry, edgy kid, I was like, I hate holidays. And now I'm, somewhat enjoying existing on this planet.
I like Thanksgiving because it brought what family I had together, but I hate Christmas because it reminded me how I didn't have my father in my life growing up.
That got depressing really quickly.
Fucking grimdark.
Daniel!
Daniel!
Do something!
I love this meme we have. And I have
Daniel!
I have my little Daniel figure, which came with the $50 slug or slag, depending on your preference.
So anyway, before we super jump in,
Why are we so late, Jared?
so just
Even
moved
though he
in-
was posting on Twitter 2.5 hours ago.
Oh, yeah, we should introduce ourselves.
I
We
already
got for you.
Yeah, I'm Anthony Denny.
I'm Sven Magnusson.
Michael.
and Jared Minikan, aka Joking Fan. So I just moved into a new apartment. It's real fun times. I'm sore as fuck. I passed out.
Fuck,
That's
you're
why we're
all
late.
don't even. You're sore as fuck.
Yeah.
Piss off.
Mike, you exercise regularly.
Yeah, it does. Listen, I can't feel my back. It is everything
I
from
can't
here
move
back
my
is-
left arm very much.
Yeah, okay.
I'm doing
Because then I
okay.
went to work and my arm is fucking dead today.
Like this right here, like from where I was trying to lift that from like with the forearm forklifts, like just everything is tight from pinching the deltoids and stuff.
yeah.
I'm okay.
Gentlemen.
Yeah.
I just got a message through Messenger.
Oh,
Is it back up?
Did it come back up?
Wow, Facebook comes back as we're going, and everybody's just like,
Wait,
There it
wait.
is.
Oh,
There it is.
there it is.
There
There
it is.
There it is.
Oh,
It's all
it's all
fucking
back.
loading in now.
that's great.
Oh,
So anyway,
holy shit.
so episode 130, we're
Oh, you
starting
did respond to
October.
me.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's been
Facebook was down for the longest time.
Yeah,
the
we
world
could-
is finally
From
back
like
in
11
order.
a.m.
fun.
to...
We were all trying to message each other, and
6
nothing was going through.
Like it was a long-running joke that none of us had each other's numbers. Like you could get a hold of Jared, I could get a hold of you. I get through Jared through Messenger and Sven on Messenger only because Sven was this ethereal god being that no one could contact unless he deemed
And it was
necessary.
very funny.
It was so good
It
until
was very funny.
until
Let me see.
until 11:30 today when I tried to message him being like, "Hey, I get out of work at 4:30. I'll be there to pick you up."
At 3:14, I got a message from Mike.
Yeah.
I got a text from Mike.
Yeah.
That said, I have no way to get a hold of Sven.
Yeah, can you get a hold of Sven?
So, yeah, wow, that was a synchronized slaps.
It was a good one.
Yeah, so we got crippled hard today.
Hard
And
today.
because of that, I couldn't poke Jared. So Jared passed
We're doing
out.
everything. If he had a Tumblr, we'd be trying to like post him in a Tumblr post.
Oh, yeah, it was chaotic. But yeah, Jared no longer lives 40 minutes away.
No, he lives 5 minutes away, and it made it even more inconvenient to record today.
There's got to be give and take. with
Yeah.
like the good and
Jared,
the
tell
bad,
tell
right?
them what you told me in the car about work last night.
Oh, you mean that?
Absolute shit show that I'm sure it was.
No, actually, it was not a shit show. Me and Paul fucked up. We weren't closing.
Get out. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So Sundays
no.
we close at 11,
Yep.
and it was us. Let's see, we had Tyler and Arthur left early because he fucked up his finger. Like he cut himself to the bone on a knuckle.
Oh no.
Yeah, and he was at work. He came in, and the wrapping whatnot he had came up. So we ended up sending him home at 11, which we thought was fine. We forgot that we closed at 11 on Sunday. So it was like 11:40, and Paul's like, yeah, I guess I'll start floor, whatever. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty dead. And I'm looking, I'm like, yeah, we got 5 minutes till last call. And Paul like gave me a weird look, and he looked at the clock. He's like, oh, fuck, it's Sunday. I was like,
Oh
yeah,
my
so
God.
what? And he's like, we've been closed for 40 minutes. I'm like, oh my God, no wonder we've been so dead. We're so behind.
You stupid pieces of
On the
shit.
first like full
Yeah,
like full day in Hastings.
I know. We got him moved. He just lost track of everything.
Time no longer exists to Jared.
He's like, I don't live 40 minutes away. It's a 5-minute drive, a 10-minute walk. I don't have to like get around as early. And then time just stopped existing for this motherfucker.
So, it
Indeed it
looks
did.
like, I don't know if this was like, some kind of glitch or accident, or if this was sabotage.
Uh-huh.
Someone deleted large sections of Facebook's routing. Like,
That's sabotage.
Amazing.
That's
Oh, it's
sabotage.
so good.
it wasn't down, it was gone.
That's so
That
good.
is that's sabotage.
Oh.
Which
Code
is
just doesn't delete
funny.
itself.
Which is funny
It
because
is
like
a funny.
Very
you
funny.
had trouble with Facebook. My parents had trouble with Facebook. A lot of people I know had issues with Facebook the last 2 days, being like, "Hey, it's asking me to verify and log in." They were hacked. They were hacked.
Did you
That's why it
Yes.
sent me that shit.
They
It wasn't
are
somebody
hacked.
accessing it.
The Facebook whistleblower.
No.
No.
Someone came forward and was like, Facebook has always had the ability to remove like the conspiracy theories and like
Uh-huh.
the Nazi shit on
Yeah.
there,
Uh-huh.
but it generates ad revenue,
Yep.
so they don't.
Yep.
Wow. I'm shocked. Can you hear how shocked I am
And
in
you
my
hear how
voice?
shocked I am?
Well then.
That's amazing. Yeah, no. So I don't care what anyone says, they were hacked, and that's why a lot of people were having security issues. It was
Yeah, because mine sent me the 2-step authentication.
Yep.
But like it never
my mother
said
had
what
to do
device.
that. My dad had to do that. I didn't, but I'm never on there, and I don't have
That's fair.
anything.
I thought it was weird because I didn't get an email about it. I got a text about it,
Yep.
and I got a notification on my Facebook about it. But when I tried clicking on it, it just kept saying, "Sorry, it cannot load." It wouldn't show me what device had tried to access my account.
Yeah.
So,
Well, easy come, easy go.
yeah, Facebook apparently got hacked and deleted.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
What a great day.
What a
Um,
great time for society. Anyway,
So hey, Jared, ask me what I did with my day while working.
what did you do with your day?
I watched an hour and 45-minute long movie.
Okay, we have other things to talk about before that, though.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
like
that's a little
the
deeper.
fact that Kentucky is the only state that starts with a K.
So I want to set my perspective.
That's
I'm sitting at the table eating dinner with my wife,
Uh huh.
My wife.
and this message comes up,
Yeah.
and I'm like, because she can clearly see that I'm like, I think something's wrong with Sven. The
Yeah.
message being,
I sent to our group chat.
Do you want?
Today I just learned that Kentucky is the only U.S. state that starts with K, and I think that's funny because we have like Maryland, Michigan, Maine, Massachusetts, like all this
a lot of
M
M
love.
love. Yeah. So-
Yep.
So I was like, okay, either he's being an idiot. Like he might be having a brain fart moment. It's okay. It happens. It happens to the best of us. So Heather's like, respond with Kansas. And I looked around, I'm like, no. I'm going to send a GIF of Wizard of Oz because he is waiting for the word Kansas. And that's why I sent that. I'm like, I know something is up.
And I read that, and I'm like, no.
Like a viper.
No.
coil.
And then Jared.
The ellipses from Jared.
And then Jared, this dumb motherfucker,
No, this trusting friend
this
who's like, okay,
this
you're having
absolute
a brain fart
maroon.
moment.
I was
Let me
a
help.
deep.
I literally thought you forgot that there was another K.
I was a deep sea fish with a little light waiting in front of my toothy maw.
It's the only time he's ever turned on his Facebook notifications.
Oh, how
to
would I
ensure
rate Primal
immediately-
Force? 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. We'll get into that. Yeah.
We'll
so
get into it. All
Jared
right.
responded with Kansas. To which
Yeah.
Yep.
Go ahead, Sven.
I said Kansas dick fit in your mouth, son?
Oh!
And when I got that, I turned to Heather and I said, "Yeah, I'm glad I didn't say Kansas now."
But
But it's what you said
fucking good.
afterwards. That was the best thing.
Yeah.
Facebook Messenger is working. Was this in the?
on the odd,
Oh my god, I also have a
It's
fucking
the-
work story.
The boys are
The
back.
first
I
time
think.
I've
Yeah, no.
embarrassed myself.
New voicemail.
It was Sven saying, "I'm so glad that everything I say is met with immediate suspicion."
Every time.
Yeah,
It's
you-
because of
you-
things like
You
this.
got a voicemail from me.
Oh no, I have your voicemail. I just got another
I
voicemail.
do, I do love that. Anytime, because I have a history of being this.
Facetious.
Yes. Like it started in fucking high school when I was working. It was some kind of business class, and I was sick, and when I came back, I was like lumped with one of my friends, and they're like a big animal enthusiast. And I was like, the business that I did first was like pet store, and I was like, okay, that's fun. And then we like focused on like reptiles and amphibians,
Uh-huh.
and there's a frog, an ugly little frog called a Budget's frog.
Uh-huh.
And my friend found a picture of it, never seen it before. And she's like, look at this fucking thing. And I was like, that's a screaming belch toad. And him being a trusting friend, trusted my good word.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And this was a thing.
Oh
And then like a month later came back and said, do you remember that fucking presentation we did about the screaming belch toad? That was really funny. And I was like, what? The fuck are you talking about? And he's like, that thing. And then he showed me a picture of it. And I was like, oh, that was bullshit, man. I made it up. And he's like, what do you mean you made that? I told people about this. And that sense of power.
You've been chasing that high ever
I have been
so
chasing. I cannot fucking describe the euphoria I feel when someone asks me something and they trust me and I lie to them. And like obviously that sounds super manipulative, but never about like
good.
It's
bad
comedic
shit.
gaslighting. Like,
Fucking
Yes,
good.
my because I'm like a huge
Screaming
lore person.
belch toad.
I'm a huge lore person with various games, and my friends are like, "Hey, I was kind of reading about this." Can you tell me about it?" And I will tell them complete bullshit, and they're like, "That's really cool," and I'm like, "Yeah, that is really cool." Like it is.
You're terrible.
It is a high.
This
It's a
is-
high for me.
This is something that me and Sven share. Just the innate ability. You call it is the innate ability to have spew absolute bullshit and have people be like, okay, I fucking love it. It's so it's so
You see-
good. Most of my college career, Sven.
I have like a
Most
different
of it.
thing where I like to tell the truth,
Oh yeah.
but like comedic truth. Like, oh, what's your favorite thing about Transformers? Oh, the universal greeting. Ba weep grana weep ninny bong.
Nope.
Like
Shit
no.
that is true, but it
Yeah.
sounds so
So-
bonkers.
Yeah.
Exactly. Shit like that. Like, oh, what's some of your favorite mythology? Someone can ask me. I'm like, oh yeah, Chinese mythology. There's a god who made love with his hand and created the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh?
that's true.
So anything else we want to get out of the way?
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
We saw
Go ahead.
we saw a movie.
Hang on. I'm upset.
Oh.
I'm upset. This is normally when a group of friends would ask someone why they're upset. I'm glad we're on that.
I'm no. Well, I'm looking at you
Proceed.
quizzically.
I have suspicion.
You don't know why. It's not about the movie.
I
Is this
didn't
about
think
the
so.
run?
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Okay.
So Saturday, me and Heather ran a 5K, and she is extremely pregnant.
Yes.
She got third place in her age group and got a wooden medal for it. Saying like third place, like it's really cool. They're really nice. I got one last year for being second in my age group. I should have gotten a medal this year as well because I would have been third in my age group. The run was at Fitzgerald Park in Grand Ledge through the wooded trails, right? And if you don't know the wooded trails, they can be confusing. Luckily, most of the paths are marked with flags and white markers, and so it's really hard to get lost as long as you're of a competent age. 2.6 miles into this, there's screaming coming from behind me that sounds like someone's getting murdered. It is two small girls.
That was the baboons.
It was two small children, two girls, probably between the ages of 3 and 8. They lost their parents in the woods.
Oh,
Yeah, right?
says the child animal.
Exactly. Right? They are screaming,
out on
like,
a meal.
just asking anyone to stop and help, and everyone is just running past them. And exactly. And so, like, I was like,
away, kids.
I was like, what is going on? So, like, I stop and they're like, we lost our parents and everything. So, like, I got them calmed down and we're walking to, now my total pace is off. Like, because I'm walked with them
Yeah.
for about 7 minutes until someone came up behind us that knew them. And they're like, I was like, do you know this person? She's like, yeah, she's our mom's friend. And she's like, come on, I saw your mom. Let's go to the finish line. No acknowledgement of what's fucking happening. Wouldn't stop and talk to me about what is happening with these children. And at this time, I don't want to run past them because that makes me look like a fucking asshole. So, like, I let them get across the finish line and I finish the worst time I've ever finished. The guy fucking in front of me got the award. If I wouldn't have stopped for these children, I would have had that award. Now, the girls were very appreciative of me helping them and stopping and calming them down, but no one else fucking acknowledged this.
I'd be fucking
Don't
pissed.
fucking let your children away from you if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, you absolute pieces of shit. I know who you people are because I know your child's tag number. I looked up who you fucking are.
That's
They-
dedication.
I wanted to see, and they look like dead pieces of shit too, like as parents.
They're probably
go.
trying to lose their kids on purpose.
It was me.
They
And
won't
me
know their
being
way
a
home.
decent human being, what if I was a fucking creep?
Yeah.
What if
Yeah.
I was like someone like...
What if you were
Child cannibal.
Sven?
Yeah. I wasn't going to go there. They went there. Like, what if like I
Are
had...
you guys lost?
Exactly. Like,
Don't worry about the hammer.
I don't
Yeah.
I
You
don't
could've been
know.
anyone. And she didn't confront you afterwards like,
No
hey,
one.
why do you have the kids? Oh,
No
yeah, I
one.
found them.
No one. Like, I'm walking, and then, like, this is how dumb this bitch was, too. Like, it is marked with a path with pink and red flags. You follow the fucking pink and red flags. If there's not a pink and red flag in one way and there is one in another direction, you go the one with the fucking pink and black flags, right? Go that way.
Yep, got
There's a T. We came this way when running, so you go that way when running out of the woods.
it. Yeah.
She looks back at me and is like, yes, that way. It's where the fucking flags are. They sent out an email. Hey, what can we do to improve this experience next year? And I was just like, this is nothing against this race. I love this race. It's one of my most favorite ones to do.
White people.
Yes. Here is the situation that happened. I wasn't expecting to hear back. I just wanted to let them know that this happened. And they're like, oh my God, we are so sorry that this happened to you. We're going to make sure that new rules are in place for next year. You know, it wasn't as big a race this year, so it was like easier to get lost in the woods. Like, we're going to change everything. That's all I want. I
Look
just,
at you, Mike.
fucking kids.
You lost the medal, but you changed the rules.
Oh,
You made a difference.
You
I was just
changed the
like,
system.
You
Couldn't
won
fucking-
a less tangible.
Those kids
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
gonna remember
Yeah.
you for the rest
yes,
of their
they
lives.
will. But it was like one of those things that just pissed me off because I really want the medal.
You're gonna be watching the Olympics. And you're gonna be, in your 80s, and there's gonna be some younger, like some person who just got first place for America. He's like, and thanks to that one guy who saved me in the race.
Yeah.
And we got lost in the woods. Me and my
Just-
sister.
Just
You got the glasses.
screaming
I remember
bloody
you.
murder for anyone to help them. And I was like,
That's so traumatizing.
It is.
Everyone passing.
and I don't
Yeah.
know if you know
Yeah,
this
that's right.
about Heather, but something like this happened in her past where
she got lost in the thing.
at the pool. Is that the one you're talking about?
No, I was talking about where she got lost in the play thing, like at Chuck
Nope,
E. Cheese.
That was that. She also, when in a Girl Scout
Fun
event,
stories with your wife.
you're supposed to have the buddy system with you and your person. And so she was with this mom and this girl, and Holly were off. And so like there's a picture of her like with her and Holly, and she is clearly been upset.
yeah.
You've seen that one. That's because the parent fucking left with her kid and left Heather in a locker room at the YMCA by herself. And Heather, being the smart child that she was, just stayed there, didn't want her because she's like, someone will come back here for me. But like freaked out and panicked. And so like I have a real hard time with like people.
abandoning children.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because we've
that's-
almost lost Holly and Heather at one point in time in a fucking store as well because they went out back to walk at the fucking toys. So like I have a deep-seated like panic of that happening. So like
Yeah.
teach your fucking kids. Or don't let them run by themselves. For God's sakes, I'm all for
Yeah.
like children exercising, but like, fucking be there with them.
Yeah, don't
be a
be like,
responsible
be
adult
like,
and
thank
parent.
you.
like,
Yeah.
hey, let's run this 5K together, kids. Bye.
Well, because they were talking like they ran the Great Pumpkin Run
Mhm.
at Uncle
Yeah.
John's. There's constantly people on that path.
Oh yeah.
There are 4,000 people running that path. You could not get lost if you tried. There were 50 running this one. So if you
Ooh.
took a wrong turn or blinked for a second, you didn't have anyone in front of you.
That's fair.
That's my
Still-
tangent. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, fuck those parents.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, like I did that. I worked overtime, and then I went to my other job at the restaurant, and I couldn't sleep that night because my mind was racing.
That's why you're so up on early
Yes.
Sunday.
I couldn't. I slept for 2 hours. I slept from 3 o'clock till 5 o'clock, and then got up, went for a walk, and then helped you move
Oh,
because I couldn't fucking shut my brain off because I was like,
that explains.
like it
'Cause that is
branched.
fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Okay.
my
Who like, and then I was like, and then I got pissed off not at the parents, but like all the runners that they
Daniel.
passed. I was with like a grandma type person, and she just fucking ignored them.
it's
And she didn't have music in or anything. She was just ignoring the
it's
children.
like that bystander syndrome or whatever that's
Yeah.
called.
Yeah,
Where
you
you're
don't
like,
you don't
someone
scream,
else is gonna
you
help.
don't scream rape, you scream fire, right? Because
Yeah.
people look for rape, not fire, or for fire, not rape.
Yeah. It's just a sad world we live in.
It's true.
Oh, sorry, I had to
No,
get that
you-
out.
No. I'm glad you
just-
got that one
Yeah,
out.
you're lucky that Mike didn't text me because he was ripping and raring to go at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
6 o'clock in the morning. We couldn't pick up the U-Haul till 9 o'clock. Me and Anthony would have
okay.
like tootled around in Battle Creek.
gotcha.
But yeah,
Got the Fazoli's.
Like obviously, like child murder and cannibalism
Yeah.
aside, I don't get how
Gimme.
people can.
Abandon their kids.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't. Like,
Yeah, no, I don't.
If working customer service, if I see someone like leave their kid at like my counter,
Yep.
and they're like, "Hey, I just gotta go grab this. Stay right here by the counter."
Yep.
I will fucking like. It's like sentry mode.
Yes.
Like I will
Yes.
defend your child with my fucking life.
Yes.
I've had people come up to like a child at my counter
Yeah.
and be like, "Hey, do you need help?" And
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just like squint. I'm
Uh-huh.
like, "Hey, do you know this person?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, this is
Yeah.
this is my uncle." And I'm like,
Right,
"Okay."
That's how it was when she's like, because like she knew the girls' names, and I was like, so they probably. And I was like, do you know this person? They're like, yeah, it's our mom's friend. I'm like, okay, go ahead, you can go with her. I'm just gonna, I'll really, I didn't want to run past because like I'll stand back just
Just in case she gets a
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just one of those things where like I'm not really a big fan of kids, but like for
Neither am
fuck's
I.
sake, like
I just want to say
I,
we haven't done this in a while. I think we deserve the Oddcast hero of the month
to Michael.
to Michael.
Oh,
To
thank
Michael.
you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, no, I 100% agree with that.
for we haven't done that in a while, but
Yeah, we
saving
haven't.
kids.
helping Jared move.
Yeah.
Michael's an MVP
it's,
almost every
he
time
is.
we
The
talk.
fourth.
The fourth.
He did all that
It was-
within 2 days.
It was just I couldn't. I just and then like and I've told everyone about it, and they're like, I don't understand how if you're running with a child, you lose that child. Like
I don't.
I don't.
No.
It's something I will never understand. But we should talk about Primal Force now.
May I have one?
Yes.
No, yeah.
Daniel!
I had my first funny work story.
Oh, good.
I closed by myself last night, and we have like this little. I work in a convenience store. This little 2-liter like fridge. So people come and they're like, "I want a cold 2-liter of pop."
I
Yeah.
forget it's back in that corner.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's, like,
so
back in the corner.
inconvenient.
And I was sweeping and mopping, and we have like these kind of like bright blue uniform shirts, and the glass back there is super reflective. And when I was in the area, I looked in, and my shirt caught in one of the Coke bottles, and it like combined with like the black brown color, and it looked purple. I thought there was purple Coke, and so I was like, "Whoa!" And I swung the door open,
oh,
normal
I'm
Coke. And I
disappointed.
went, huh? And then I shut the door and turned around, and there was a customer looking at me.
fuck is this
What
guy
are you
doing?
doing over there?
They saw me just go, whoa, open the door, and go, huh? And then shut it.
It's like you saw the portal to Narnia or some shit. You're like, whoa, it's nothing. It's
Oh
just
my
2
God.
liters. That's good. Oh, that was
That's
funny.
a good one.
Oh
I
shit.
was like, oh, hi.
So
Yeah, so I made you guys watch. Well, I mean, you didn't have to. I mean, you could have easily just not, and I wouldn't have said anything.
And
about
missed
it.
this cinematic masterpiece.
so Primal Force.
A
is,
young Ron Perlman, and when I say that, I mean the man looks exactly.
He
the fuck-
looks. He's
he's
always
old.
looked
He's
old.
always- He's got that good underbite too. It's like,
So
Oh fuck
So Primal Force is a
Uh-huh.
nutrient supplement that helps
yeah,
against premature aging.
I bet it
by
does.
Dr. Al Sears.
Starring
Primalforce.net.
Ron Perlman. Okay, so
That's the first thing that came up, not the movie.
Oh, mine was all the movie.
hang on. Let me just do Primal Force, 1999, an hour and 26, just a little bit longer than what I'd like. 4.6 stars out of 10 on IMDb.
Yeah.
Rescuers try to reach plane crash victims that are trapped in an isolated Mexican island populated by mutant baboons. Ron Perlman stars as the troubled guided hero to lead the mission.
Yeah. So let me preface this by
A
saying
movie that takes place in Mexico with a bunch of white people.
So there's one Mexican died.
There's two Mexicans.
Died,
One of them
died.
dies. One of them's a bad guy.
Which one's the bad guy?
The boat guy.
Oh, right, because he's an asshole.
Yeah. Okay.
Ah!
So I'm gonna preface this with saying I watched this as a child on Sci-Fi. Sci-Fi played it a
Same.
lot. Yeah. I enjoyed it as a child. Rewatching it now, I can see why I liked it as a child. I didn't absolutely hate it.
It was not great, but it wasn't the worst.
But
Better
I
acting
have
than
a soft spot with
Dr.
B-movies.
Moreau.
Far better. I didn't have to deal with Val Kilmer.
Indeed.
I wanted a prequel. I want to see what happened on the island with Ron Perlman.
I kind of wish the movie had been that instead of what it was, to be honest. But hey, we get what we get. So yeah, Primal Force. Yeah, so Ron Perlman, he's
Just IMDb, the top review, the most helpful review. The title, it's not that bad.
That's never a good
100% how I felt about this movie, though. Yeah.
It was a fucking
not that-
90s movie.
Yeah,
on
so
sci-fi.
it's
so 1999. It hurt.
Is this direct to video?
I'm
TV
pretty
movie.
sure.
TV movie?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was straight to Sci-Fi and then everywhere else.
I remember like you watching this kid. Wow.
Watching this kid. What kid was I watching?
The one in the woods.
Little did we know, I was there that day, and I was slowly creeping forward, and then Mike came out, and I was like, "Fuck!"
Yep.
No, I was watching this.
Hammering him.
I watched this movie like you did as a kid. I
Yeah.
remember it being so much scarier.
Oh yeah, because
I
as
was
a kid,
expecting
yeah.
like horror. I was expecting so much scarier.
There's a lot of like quick like jump cuts to
Yeah.
like bloody teeth and like kind of horror imagery and stuff.
It's
but also
sci-fi.
like primates are fucking scary.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they can rip off your fucking face. I just want to say
a
the guy
regular primate is scary enough.
who directed this also did Prom Night and The Stepfather.
That
I don't remember the stuff.
saddening.
So
Yeah,
just
wanna talk about it?
we're gonna do a box office game at the end. Just I
Okay.
have some numbers because
Okay.
anytime we do a movie, I love doing box office games because it's so much fun. But because this was a direct to movie, it'll be like, what could you have seen in the theaters
Yeah.
instead of watching Primal Force
So-
on May 6th, 1999, when this movie premiered?
So I wanna just start this
The voice,
with
the chick's voice, nails on a fucking chalkboard.
which one? Oh my god, the rich bitch. I wish she had
Doomsayer.
died.
From now on, we know her name is Doomsayer because that's all she talked about was like just doom and gloom. Like we're
Yeah.
finished.
We're
never
gonna
gonna
die.
escape.
You're over your head.
You're
over
over.
your
Oh my
head.
god, that was
It's
the
like-
line. Oh my god.
Great. He stuck out to me. He's like, we're gonna,
We're gonna be okay. We got this.
You're over your head.
We're
We're all gonna
over
die.
our
I hated the
heads.
fact that they were talking in real time while shit was going on in slow motion. It bothered the fuck out of me.
Yeah, there was a lot of weird things like that. So yeah,
Let's start from the beginning, shall we?
so this movie
Be kind, rewind, and play.
this movie borrows a lot from the Lost World, as Anthony pointed out. The ending very much borrows from the Lost World.
There's literally a scene in the tall grass.
We and Sven talked about that on the ride over here.
I know we said we're gonna start from the game. There's baboons in the tall grass, like the raptors in the tall grass. And I saw that. I'm like, this is fucking Jurassic World.
The worst,
Jurassic Park 2.
the worst thing is like they opened a
Don't
gate.
go into the tall grass!
They opened a gate, and then the tall grass was just on the other side. I'm like, as opposed to what's. Yeah, I know.
Beach tall grass.
Hang on really quick. The end when everything blows up and the two chicks are running away. Middle of the fucking night. When they get to the beach, it's like fucking daylight. This was like a 10-minute fucking walk.
Yeah.
They literally was like, it's just over that hill, and they walked for like 20 minutes, and they were fucking there.
And they looked over their shoulder.
It was
like
there.
maybe 500 to 600 feet away.
Yeah. Up a slight incline.
What's that building? It's a shed. Wasn't a shed. It was a fence.
Yeah, I know.
Yo, what's that? Oh, it's a storage shed. Like a fucking reinforced fence with barbed wire.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, so,
it looks like
okay.
a shed.
So
Sorry.
so
fucking good.
Jurassic Park 3 would come out a few years after this.
Yep.
And
be an
they
okay
took-
movie.
Yes.
They took the same premise that this movie took with a plane crash with a bunch of rich people. Anyway,
Well, they weren't
But
rich.
there
These
was
people
no-
were actually rich.
William
The-
Macy.
Kirby wasn't rich. Yeah, William H. Tracy was not a rich man.
so there's a rich daughter, a pilot, and they're
Oh my god, Jurassic Park 3 came out in 2001.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was the
Back to back to back.
I want to say he was the lawyer who's like he's trying to find a real estate guy. He's trying to sell the
He's an
fucking
oil
island.
tycoon.
He's the oil tycoon.
Is he an oil tycoon?
Yeah.
'Cause he was just trying
He's-
to
they
sell
make a
the
joke
island.
about
Yeah,
that.
he's
Okay.
he's the one that purchased, or he's like there just as a contractor. So he's like an oil tycoon and like went to law school. Because like he says later on, like the contract was
Okay.
almost final anyway. We just need your signature on it. So just sign it and we can get everything underway for this paradise
the
our
US
father
military
wants.
doing something for an oil baron, like that would ever happen.
Yeah.
No, what you
If
mean
only
is-
1999 knew.
Just
No,
wait 2 years,
like how
2
he's
years,
like-
3 months.
He was
Yeah.
he be doing like, no, yeah, they have before. It's like,
So
I don't understand how the plane crashed.
yeah, they don't really tell you how that
Okay, but like
crashed.
like what like in Jurassic Park or in Jurassic World, like it's not the plane crash that gets
You mean Jurassic Park 3?
yes.
Yes.
you said Jurassic World.
Sorry, my
Yeah,
bad.
Yeah, no, you're good.
That's
There's
what
a
I
lot,
A lot of
of them now.
Jurassic.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
fucking dare you?
It's
You
the
get Jurassic.
it's
Shut
the
up, Sven.
disappearance of the guy in the parasailing with the boat crash,
Yeah.
right? The plane doesn't actually crash. Here we just open on a plane crash, and like the only thing I ever get for plot device is like, oh my gosh, this island actually is cursed, like everyone says. That one annoying chick fucking I think her name
Yeah,
is
the
Kelsey.
rich
Kelsey,
chick.
her name's Kelsey.
There we go.
Says, and I'm like, so that's what, like you couldn't have given me like they were flying low and a baboon threw a rock. Like I would have accepted that.
Yeah.
I would have accepted that.
Yeah.
It sounded like there was a giant ammunition shed like
Oh, you
just
guys
over
know I
there.
do that.
I really because the movie it actually opens with fucking Ron Perlman having an episode.
Okay, I missed that. I think I was taking a shit.
Yeah,
while
so
watching
yeah,
that.
so the movie when it opens up, it's Ron Perlman's PTSD nightmares.
shaking and sweating.
Yeah,
and
you've seen that if you
Yeah.
saw the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so basically
Constantly.
Ron Perlman's character's background was that he was like the communications
he
tech
was the
on the island.
gamekeeper. I don't care what anyone says. He was the gamekeeper of that island.
That's possible too.
I think because like
guess.
he is what Chris Pratt would be. He is the gamekeeper.
Yeah, he actually, you know what?
He
Yeah,
is the
he's Chris
gamekeeper.
Pratt. He's the Chris Pratt
Yeah,
of
he's-
this movie.
He's the
Chris
game.
Pratt is him.
Yes, he's the gamekeeper.
Yeah, but nobody knows this movie, so I'm putting it in context for people to know what I'm
Yes,
talking
he's the
about.
gamekeeper.
Also, what I really like about this character is he's going to this island which he knows has these creatures on them.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm gonna make sure I bring a whole carton of cigarettes.
Oh yeah,
I want to bring that up. I want to
so
bring that
good,
up.
man.
So, just
man
smokes
knows what's up.
constantly. I fucking love it.
Every fucking scene Ron Perlman's in, he's either lighting a new cigarette or
Or-
throwing one away and lighting a new one.
I fucking love
Like-
it so much.
And I sat there watching this. I'm like, how
Just-
is he rolling
there's-
these? Because
there's-
there's no way.
There's one where I think I
There's
can't
no
remember.
fucking
They're walking
way.
through the long grass, and it is just an extended cut of him taking the longest drag off a
Yeah.
cigarette, and the thing just goes, and then he just spits, blows it, and flicks it away. I'm like, well, that's gonna catch the tall grass on fire, but apparently that will come back to that. But
That
it's
should
fine.
have happened.
I
That would've been
know!
good.
That should have happened.
Fuck.
Oh, it's all grass. Now we're not walking in that.
That would have been good.
Oops. So yeah, Ron Perlman gets approached by a dude who's
Right,
like, "Hey,
where
there's a
we-
plane down. It's got my people. I need to go get them. Rich
told-
guy's daughter and yada yada."
we
like,
were told you used to be a guide on this island, so like
Yeah.
you're the best, the only one that
Yeah.
knows it.
And this guy the
Yeah.
whole time, I'm thinking like, wow, this is like knockoff Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
He looks like a
Yeah.
Michael Keaton who wasn't.
And
quite
and
finished
Ron
thinking.
Perlman basically says,
yeah.
"You can fuck off."
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
the guy's like, "Well, if you change your mind, here's my card." Hands him his card, and I don't know what happens next. I'm pretty sure we jump cut to the rich people talking, or like the survey
The
team.
pilot goes down to get water
Oh, that's
because
right.
he's like, "We need to stay hydrated," and then he
Yeah.
immediately gets fucking murdered.
Yeah.
which you don't,
Like,
which
But
you don't
not all the
see.
way.
Yeah, they don't. That's one thing. Going to TV sci-fi, they don't show anything happening, which I
No.
guess works for someone like Michael.
But here's the thing: it didn't, because like if I need that, I also need blood in the stream showing like
They showed a drop.
no. They showed
That could have come
They,
from the monkey
it's just
Davis.
like the fat dude with the glasses when he dies. It's like it's a deadpan, like he just goes like this with a monkey on his neck, and then like there's a drop of blood on his glasses, and it's just him going.
Ah!
That's him
And then
dead.
cut.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, we need a
Yeah, that's
Nedry looking character. We need
I find it funny
Yeah.
that later to go to that point when they murdered that guy,
Stocks in here.
which we'll get to it, but
Yeah, we will. 'Cause I
You
got
know,
fucking
when they come up to his body later, his legs are perfectly fine. I'm like,
Yeah.
they attacked his legs.
Yeah, they attacked his legs,
That
which is
wouldn't-
something
that doesn't
Ron
make
said they were
sense.
Yeah,
going
they're
to
going
do.
to attack
They're
you,
going
like,
to take
sever.
sever the tendons you can't feel or move.
Which,
So yeah, so they're leaving. They're about to leave. Ron Perlman's like, "How much? You didn't say how much is paid."
Okay,
Like,
hang
you're
on.
late. You can dock me.
Hank, that was a good line.
It was.
Because I had asked Sven on this on the ride over. I was like, when did Ron say he was gonna go? Did I miss? I thought I
Never.
missed something.
Yeah, no.
I think it was
no,
one
no.
of these where it's like, oh, we knew you were coming.
Yeah, okay.
You're
Which is-
late.
Yeah, just like imagine, sir, it's been like 18 hours. He'll be here. He'll
And
be
then-
here.
And then shit happens
that's
on the
exactly
boat,
what
and they're like,
happened.
"This is as far as we're gonna go," and you guys kind
I
of.
cannot go.
Mexican.
I can't go any
Which
further,
was the
senor. I'm
worst
sorry.
Mexican accent ever. That
Can I
man
just say,
was clearly
how
just
did they-
brown.
How did they get to the island?
Boat.
Where was the boat?
The boat left.
No, he means smaller boat.
The smaller boat.
How did they get?
How did they get from the
onto
boat
sand?
to?
Oh, they were blow up ones. When they attacked the research thing, you can see the ripped up rubber rafts that they had taken up there. The baboons
that-
ripped it all
I thought
apart.
because there was one still left, but it's whatever.
It was in the box though.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
there's the life
It
raft. that
doesn't
they had, but
fucking
they didn't
matter.
have-
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay,
But-
I understand what you're talking
But
about.
this
Yeah, it doesn't-
brown guy
yeah, it's the
had
worst.
the worst Mexican accent.
You mean the
ever.
Filipino trying to be a Mexican?
Yeah, it's just like he clearly does not have an accent. And he's like, "All right, we need you want to be a Mexican? Sure, SA.
I can go
Yeah.
no further, senor.
my
I'm
essay.
sorry. Is that good? Can I cut? Okay.
Yeah, it's clear.
Yeah, no,
this
that's
movie
great.
had no second take.
Okay.
No, this
so-
movie did not have second
Oh my
takes.
God. It really didn't.
And like, I need to talk about Kelsey's voice here for a minute. I cannot describe you just the sheer nails on a fucking chalkboard.
She
that
really
this-
did.
It was like when I first started, I was like, "There's no way that is the voice I have to listen to."
I didn't
through this
realize there was a
movie."
person like that.
She was
Like
like
her voice.
like the valley girl, rich girl. Like it was
Yeah.
that kind of
It's one of
stereotype
those.
voice.
Yeah,
And she's She's like, if we can't get a hold of my father, he's gonna think that this is all fake and I'm making it up to get out of work. Your plane crashed. Well, he can. What?
Someone died already.
So yeah,
Oh my
so
God.
they get onto this island,
Yep.
and Ron Perlman's like, "You're gonna have to follow me. Do exactly what I
What
say."
kind of guns you got?
What kind of
Oh
weapons?
yeah, the weapons thing too. Yeah.
Okay. What kind of weapons do you guys have? This is a rescue mission, and then just starts handing out
Yeah.
shotguns and pistols.
All right, you get a revolver, you get a shotgun. Hey,
You wanna
you
use
get a
this?
lever action Winchester.
And he goes to the one girl, the scientist lady, and he's like, "You know how to use it?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Just make sure it's loaded." Spins it real
you
quick.
can
know,
kill a
cool.
rhino with that thing.
You guys
actually,
no,
you
it's
can't.
all
Like-
fucking buckshot. It's not gonna do anything for anything.
Also, fun fact: rhinos hard to kill.
That's that. I honestly, I loved that line too, because that one was another great one. Like, you expect no response and just him to look to make sure it's loaded, be like, actually, it wouldn't. All right, so here you go. Take that.
Yeah.
Make sure you're gonna hit whatever you aim at. And I'm like, I like Ron Perlman in this movie.
Ron
Like,
Perlman is a
the
different
only-
movie.
Only good movie. Ron Perlman is doing this for Ron Perlman. Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ron.
Yeah.
Whatever
Everyone
the
else is
fuck
getting
his name.
paycheck.
Yeah.
So they go off exploring, and then the like rich chick and the oil tycoon douchebag are like trying to avoid the baboons that they kind of somewhat saw. They just know there's an animal somewhere.
No, I'm just keep going.
Okay. Then they're starting to get there. They're almost to the point, and then the guy's like, "We're gonna make it. We're only like 3 clicks or whatever." And Ron Perlman's like, "We're not gonna make it before nightfall." Yeah, we will. And then he immediately calls back base. Base, we're not gonna make it before nightfall. We're gonna need to have another location where we can put base camp.
Yeah, like you hired this guy to guide you. Why are you arguing with him? He
Exactly.
argues with him the entire fucking time until he absolutely cannot argue anymore.
and he still does.
Yeah, that's fair. Then they get there and they find the people who are like, "Where's the pilot?" And they're like, "He's dead because something fucking killed him."
The best part about that fucking scene is so they approach her on the brush because someone sets off a flare gun.
Oh, that's right. The baboons start fucking with them, and the annoying rich bitch fucking
Who
shoots
has
off a
who
flare.
Has a piece. She has a 9mm at home.
I wish I had my 9mm. Anyway, so she shoots a flare into the air, and then it comes
I
down.
thought
she shoots it horizontal.
I thought
and
she
it goes-
shot it. I thought she shot it at a monkey.
No, she shot at a monkey. Went up though.
Okay, that's right. Well, because
I thought I saw that wrong, but thank you. Yeah,
thrust and how things take off in the air. Physics.
yeah, because if you shoot a
That's
flare
what I thought
straight,
too.
it'll arc up to the sky
obviously,
for you.
obviously, because it's got that second mortar that kicks up.
Yeah, yeah. It's not just a projectile fireball.
It's
No.
very dangerous if you don't turn off that second mortar.
Also, had it-
Oh no!
Also, just real quick, it would have been better had she shot it into the forest. The whole thing would have burned down, and we don't have this movie anymore.
That is very fair. Yeah, then Rob Perlman runs in just spraying an
Those
M16
people are
everywhere.
dead. Because they're surrounded by monkeys.
That was my immediate thought.
Oh
Is
my
his
God.
his aiming is just literally all over them and running off.
And then the other guy, rightfully so, says, "What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, but- Yo, what the fuck?
You just start guns at our people."
Then a baboon jumps on the plane. He shoots him with a shotgun, and then they're like, "What the fuck?"
No one could hit anything in this fucking movie. It's
Yeah,
all
no.
buckshot. It will hit anything. You just shoot and it
Oh my
sprays.
God. the one scene in the beginning where Ron Perlman can't shoot a bottle.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he
my
has, to,
God.
he has to go into his PTSD and be like, "I'm not going to let it happen again," and then he can fire perfectly.
You'll see that
When he
45
goes
second
Super
scene
Saiyan?
that could have been cut out. Completely.
Every
It
time he
could've
goes
been.
Super Saiyan, it's fine.
Then they go up. They like examine the baboon. They're like, "Wow, these things are really big." And then you have a scientist chick like look it up basically and be like,
These
"Well, they're
this is a-
Look it up on the
this is a screaming Pachuchin poop thrower, and they only normally get like 1 to 2 foot tall. This sumbitch is 6 foot and at least 200 pounds. Can I get that name one more time? The Capuchin poop thrower?
No, you said the screaming.
Oh yeah, the
Capuchin.
screaming Capuchin poop thrower.
That was.
I don't know what the fuck it's called. I'm trying
know
to
this, so
pull
they
Sven
caught
with
me
the
off
screaming belch toad.
She's like,
Thank you. I
so
appreciate that.
these are dog-faced baboons. They normally only get to
Oh,
like
that's what they are.
2 feet tall, but these are 5 feet tall. This is crazy.
They're what? They're what, Jared?
5 feet tall.
No, they're what? They're what kind of?
Dog-faced
No, they're
baboons?
what? Screaming Papuchin poop throwers.
They're called
So
Tapio cynocephalophaeus, also known as the yellow baboon.
The poop throwers.
that's not what she said. So
Yeah,
anyway,
but those are the only ones that are dog head.
okay.
The big-
Anyway,
the big
Jeez,
ass
Dr.
baboon.
Mandrill, why don't you just show her your big red ass? So I plan to.
By the way, the dog-faced baboon looks nothing like the baboons that
because
they
they're
had.
mutated.
Even
Sure.
I'm sure they picked the wrong baboon. They just picked,
Sure.
Googled the right. Well, not Googled, but probably asked Jeeves
The
about
Capuchin
baboon.
poop thrower. The screaming
That's why
Capuchin
their
poop
eyes
thrower.
were all fucked up one out because he was. We'll get into what they did to him because
Oh, I thought
I
that was jaundice.
no.
Simpsons, John.
So yeah, then Ron Perlman proceeds to explain to them why he wouldn't come back to this island. He's like, these things are literally engineered to kill. They're like, that's not true. No animal's engineered to only kill.
No animal.
Which
ever
he
hunts people.
completely fucking ignores and is like, oh yeah, there were 70 different species of animals when I left this island. Do you see any
And
of them?
and a tribe
Like-
of humans.
Do you Yeah, as he's dragging his
Do you see
cigarette.
any of them now?
Like,
They'll corner you, kill you off, split you up, make you work for it, bite your
The
ankles.
stalkers will go for your knees, take out your nerves so you don't feel, can't move, and then they go for the kill shot right in the head.
Also, I think this was the movie that gave Ron Perlman his great voice.
yeah.
Because
Oh,
after
100
smoking,
after
all
some-
the cigarettes,
yeah,
after
it's
smoking
like,
all that.
scratch the fuck
There's,
up.
there's like the prop table is like the one monkey mask for the close up for the
For
camera,
all the monkeys.
fake guns that shoot blue smoke. One of them shot
I have
blue
something fun
smoke,
for you with that.
and like 20 cases of cigarettes for Ron Perlman.
yeah, for real.
Just
Half the
Rista.
budget.
Yes.
We can only do one take because if we do two, we're gonna run out of cigarettes.
That's also why there's no real running in this, because he couldn't, because he was so winded. Ron just walks kind of fast.
Did we
So,
have to put
Anthony-
real nicotine in these?
And then it's funny you mentioned baboons. Can you
The Papuchin poop slayers.
can you guess how many people acted as baboons for this movie?
At least 5.
One.
7.
Oh,
7.
God damn.
They
You know,
have these
more than
people
2,
have
less
no
than a million.
picture
Yeah,
on the
two.
IMDb. They have no picture, no nothing. It just says their name: Baboon Player 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
Wasted good.
Where's 6? What happened to 6?
Oh, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 1 through
Okay.
7, but they have no picture or like any information about the people who played them. Just that they were a baboon in this movie.
Wasted a good
Which,
line. No one
I just
laughed.
want to say, if you IMDb
I did not
Primal
hear you.
Horse,
That's fine.
Because I
there
suck.
is a great picture of Ron Perlman in
Yeah.
front of a
A monkey that we never
explosion,
see.
which this is a mandrill.
Yeah, we
That-
never
yeah, that
see
is
it.
a
we
mandrill.
never
yeah.
see that monkey.
Completely
This is not
different
even a monkey.
animal.
This is an ape. Rafiki is a mandrill.
Yeah.
He's not a baboon. They put a
That's-
fucking mandrill.
Dr. Mandrill was the Futurama reference that I made. I'll show
Yeah,
you a
it
big
was.
red ass.
Yeah.
I plan to. And he walks away with Gunter.
So that happens, and then they proceed to try to make it back to their base camp, and Daniel, do something.
I love that there's just there never seems to be a specified. I swear I'm not setting up.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm not setting up that famous line.
You're
There's I had no idea how many baboons there were.
Never!
No, yeah,
Never! I thought
And
they killed them
wait.
all at the end.
Jared, how many baboons were there?
So when they ask for a thermal recon, before we get to the scene with him
I
shooting the
missed
baboon,
this.
I
the
missed
guy
this?
shoots a mortar with a thermal recon. He's like, "Oh yeah, there's you two guys. Oh wait, no, hang on. There's 5 now. Hang on, there's 10 now. There was 30 altogether." He said.
Oh, so the 6 they killed in the tower at the end was just bullshit. That's fine.
Well, they were gun shooting a lot of them.
They say that he saw 30. There was more than
There was
30.
30, more than 30, less than a million.
How many
Wrong.
are there? More than 2,
Two.
less than a million.
Greatest fucking line. In the
That
whole
that
fucking-
I do
that
enjoy
is
that
a
line.
good
Ron
fucking line.
Perlman's great.
Fucking
Ron
just
Perlman's the best
deadpan.
part of this movie.
Oh, this is the only good part of this movie.
I also love that they went into that there was no. She got drugged to that cave
Uh-huh.
Oh well, hang on.
and nothing happened, and then she instantly gets saved. And also, he's like, "This is their cave. There's only one way in and out. I'm gonna blow up the entrance." I was like, "Okay, this movie must be close to over. This will be like."
That's what I
No.
thought too. Fucking 40
So-
minutes still. Hang
So
on real quick, just to go off this side tangent. He goes in there and just starts spraying down at the
There's a
monkey.
lot of just
Yes,
spraying.
there. God damn it, Ron!
What happened? The monkey shot her.
What do you
So
mean
go-
they shot her? She
go
said
ahead.
something about they have
So we got the
intelligence.
so we got base camp set up, right? And it's
Yeah, so
the
the
nerdy dude with a bunch of technology on a beast.
and his
like,
immediate
beach.
response when they're like trying to make it back, like the whole nightfall thing, he's like, "I'm never working with this guy again."
Ron hands the
Just-
dude at the computer a
just never.
shotgun, be like, "You're gonna need it." I'm like, "Oh, motherfucker!"
Uh,
The moment
he-
hands
Ron,
it out,
where do you
he's
keep-
never using this gun?
He
Bro, where do you
gave-
keep pulling this shit from?
He gave the technician a lever action Winchester rifle.
Yes.
Which my stepfather owned one. I actually got to shoot one. It was really cool. Yeah, he hands him that, and then the guy's like, "Yeah, cool." Like
The
cross
the-
over other side of the
best
table. Like
part of this movie, and we'll
cool.
talk to it, is Ron Perlman kicking back the lever action, right? Shooting the pump action, chucking it down, and then shooting the pump action again.
Yeah.
Great fucking scene.
I did like when they get to the airplane for the first time, he does his first really fun spray and pray, where he shoots the machine gun and then throws the gun to another.
Yeah, he
person
just
and
fucking
then,
throws the gun like clip's empty. Oh, shotgun!
which is what you should do when you're clip's empty. If there's
He
you have
went
another
full
gun.
Call of Duty mode right there.
You
You switch to a secondary.
Switching to your sidearm is faster than reloading.
Um,
You gotta aim down your sights.
Try
Aim-
crouching.
Aim down your sights now. Aim down your sights.
Oh god, that makes me want to play one.
The movie
Dog
just
too.
breaks.
The comm officer, his death, like his little camp on the beach.
Yeah.
yeah.
He was just like sitting there doing his comm thing, playing on the computer. Rifle off to his right, like
Yep.
leaned against the. And
And
then he like looks away for one frame, one moment. Looks back, gun gone.
yeah,
Apparently, like they just have supernatural powers. Because then he like looks,
There
it's
it is.
laying like 30 yards away in
Right,
the sand.
and the monkey is 20 yards back from there, but he doesn't really focus, so he takes his glasses off and goes like this
And
to
then the
see,
monkey's
and
there.
then he
Okay.
puts it, and then the monkey's there. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You don't? No one looks through their
I was about to
glasses
say,
like
I
this.
don't have glasses, so does that work?
No!
yeah. He
Okay,
so
here's the thing.
For the audio,
What you saw-
he takes them
Smaller.
off and holds them in front of him, like arm's length,
Yeah.
and squints, and then
What you
puts them
saw,
back on.
like through the actual camera is essentially, it's a true depiction of is what you would see. It's like that double blurred vision, and it's just like a small thing away, because that's not how fucking glasses are intended to work.
A fake Mexican, a guy who never wore glasses and real cigarettes.
Yes,
So
that's a great title for the show too.
message that to me, or Just
What
message
is
it
it?
to me, otherwise
A
I'll
fake
forget.
Mexican, a guy who's never worn glasses before, and real cigarettes.
so. There
Good
you go,
title.
folks. You're gonna know now. You know the podcast version title of this.
Yeah.
So they're making their way
fake
back to
Mexican, false glasses, and real. Cigarettes.
Yes, fake Mexican, false glasses, real cigarettes. It's so good. It's so good.
So they start making their way back to base camp. They're going through like a fucking ravine, with, like for whatever
Oh
reason,
my
with
God,
rocks
I
all over the
forgot
place.
about this.
Yeah, and then the baboons just start throwing the rocks, and they just make
shit.
everyone scatter.
My favorite part is it happens once, and they're like, "Yeah, let's keep walking this way."
Right?
It happens like right at the beginning.
Fucking
of the
right.
ravine. And then instead of being like, "No, we should turn around,"
Well, I think it's because the rock they weren't throwing them, like the rocks just fell, and they didn't see anything up top, so
It's been a while.
it's just like.
it's been a while.
But even the fucking annoying rich chick is like, could they do that?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, they probably did, but in fairness to some of you, that did look like it's just rocks tumbling in a fucking cliffside. but-
I've seen a picture of an orangutan using a spear to fish.
Yep.
Yeah, no, primates are terrifying.
Yeah, no, side tangent.
Ron Perlman should know better.
Well, no, side tangent on real primates. Chimpanzees, orangutans, things like that. They are now classified scientifically. They are now in the. They're leaving the Stone Age. They say.
Yes.
Terrifying.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
They're
They've
starting to use
evolved.
primitive tools. They're going
Yeah.
into their first industrial revolution.
Awesome. I
Yeah,
hope the
the-
orangutans take over because they're the most nice.
I-
Praise
'cause
our,
I heard
praise
somebody-
our ape overlords.
Praise them.
Praise them.
Well, I heard somebody talking about it, like, because chimpanzees were always known to use rocks to smash things. They're like, they were at the Stone Age, but like now that they're learning to use spears, watching people fish and whatnot, they're like, now they're heading into like what would be our Bronze Age, where
Yeah,
they've learned
they
how
fucking-
to craft whatever to use.
They fucking start getting metal. Like, what's the
Oh,
chimpanzee doing? They're making fire.
We're
Fucking
headed to
amazing.
Planet of the Apes, folks. Like that.
Who would have guessed after
because
all
people
the
won't leave
them
global
alone.
climate
Here's
change?
the thing. We are not headed into a Planet of the Apes. People will gun down everything before that.
What if the apes
happens.
learn to use guns?
Doesn't matter.
What if they turn out to be better shots?
That's just impressive. That is that I would take if the
I think-
apes are better shots than we
Yeah,
are.
fine.
Then they
They
deserve
I'd
it.
be like, you know,
There
Mother
is-
Nature, all right,
I
you can have.
I am
some.
not a gun enthusiast, but I have shot enough guns to know that everyone in this fucking movie, besides Ron Perlman, has never held
shot
a gun before.
Yeah,
There's
never.
one time where it's a pump action shotgun. It has a little bit of a kick, but it's also buckshot. The man goes, boom, boom. I'm like, that is not how recoil works on a shotgun, dude. It kicks up. It kicks backing up, not full back. Like, you're not having a hand cannon. You're not like the little midget dude from Pirates of the Caribbean where he shoots the gun and he flies backwards.
That the other day.
So,
I just want to say, though we might have the superior brain,
Yeah.
When a baby is born, when a baby ape is born,
Yeah.
they can fucking already
That's-
do shit.
So that is
They'll kill our babies.
not to get
I
off
mean,
on
that's
another side
it's the
tangent, but like
human-
someone made, and I think it was the Super Carlin Brothers on YouTube. They have a channel. They're really good guys.
Hey, brother.
Yes, where they're talking about how like Grogu, the baby Yoda, right? There's a reason that there aren't more Yodas. It's because they take so long to mature from that infant stage that like if the mother and the parents die, what's going to happen to that child? And we
Yeah,
as
that's fair.
humans are the exact same. We're like one of the only species where like it takes 4 to 5 years to get cognition ability to be able to do things at a level.
The
I
only
Go ahead.
sorry, just the only other animal you could equivalent to us would be a marsupial.
Yeah.
Just because they they go in a pouch.
Yeah.
Every other animal when they're born has to know how to run
Like
and survive. or
giraffes and
it
elephants.
I
fucking
was
gets
gonna
left
say,
to die.
Giraffe, they probably have they have it down.
Yeah.
They fall fucking 2 to 3 feet
feet.
immediately.
Yep.
Hit the ground, get up, walk.
Yep.
You
Yep.
fucking drop a newborn baby 2 feet, it's dead.
Yeah.
Well, it's the way us humans have evolved. Like we have it's the same thing like a marsupial with a pouch. Like we just have that. We've developed the luxuries of having things like houses and shit.
Yep.
To where our evolution has been, we can take longer. To
Yes, we are
evolve.
so far.
We can
evolutionarily
take
behind
longer to
without
grow up,
money.
whereas other animals have to be ready. The
I once
moment
said
they're
something
fucking
very
born.
profound to Sven. I don't know if he remembers this because we used to talk about this kind of shit all the time.
Dial-up noise.
Humans, we don't evolve. We evolve things to us.
Yeah. It's true.
By the way, there's 13 new animals in the U.S. that are now completely extinct, including the largest woodpecker in the U.S.
Go humans! Yeah.
Which is what Woody Woodpecker was based
we
on.
need
It's
a
dead.
better plague.
It's getting there.
Yeah, it's not
So
done
if
yet.
you've ever noticed the
Lamb
past
Bavarian.
however long, if you haven't seen a red-headed woodpecker, I know I've seen a few when I was growing up. Yeah, if you haven't seen any, it's because they're now extinct. Way to go, people.
I mean, I'm sure they're probably not extinct, but they're
They get declared extinct if there hasn't been a species seen
Yeah.
in X amount of years.
Well, that's because they
and-
fucking moved.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we're gonna go where no one humans go.
Or we're gonna go to the middle
luck
of the
with that
fucking
anymore.
Ozarks and out in like the fucking tundra of fucking Canada where no one lives.
soon. Anyway,
Yeah, where are we at in this movie?
So they kidnap a lady.
I think we're 30 minutes into this movie, and I'm like this.
I know exactly. Where
This
we're
is
at.
starting to
So-
feel like we're gonna start wrapping it up soon. And I clicked my little YouTube thing. I'm
Well,
like,
because
how
you
is
guys
this still a
brought up-
fucking 45 minutes?
because you guys have brought up other things.
Yeah.
So yeah, the monkeys start throwing the rocks. They get separated, which is what he said was going to happen. They murder the oil tycoon.
Yep.
Because fuck that guy.
No one was sad about.
I love his. I do love his death though, where he's just like, guys, where's that? Hello, and then it
Yeah.
just drops behind him, and him being like, no, oh god, no,
And then
oh god, no,
Then they bite his head.
dead.
Yes.
He's just dead.
Yeah,
Yep.
he just kind of like he's like crawling away, like up
Like a
slight hill,
stupid bitch that
and
he
then
is.
it just like runs up behind him,
Yeah,
and there's like emotion, and he just kind of like goes, oh, and dies.
yeah. They have like a blood speck drop on his face, but for TV, you
Well,
can't show it.
I believe that what's happening is they're biting the brains because you can see the human skull has got 2 puncture marks in it.
Yeah, they go for the
They're
kill
vampire
shot.
monkeys.
I will
Vampire
say,
monkeys.
Ron Perlman being like, oh, they like cut the tendons in your legs so you can't run, and then they go for the kill shot. There were so many deaths in this film of the baboons just ripping people apart,
Yeah.
like alive, just
Yeah.
eating them.
Well, when he was on the island, that's what they did.
They
They've
got smarter.
Their
Oh,
primal force.
We'll be getting into that
really,
very soon now.
They
really.
fucking. We'll get it. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
no.
get into it when we get to the compound.
Yeah.
Mike just name dropped the movie. So
Listen,
so they kill
listen.
that guy,
in that
then we,
moment, when the name of the movie and the title gets name dropped, I'm like, all right, okay, that's fine,
Yeah,
sure,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And then they do the same thing again. I'm like, okay,
We got it.
I know what the
we'll call it Superman
Oh,
4: The
you know.
Quest for Peace.
You know that the ravine scene where they throw the rocks down? The minute that it cut to that, I was like, why aren't they walking on the top of the ravine?
I had the same fucking
I had that
thought.
thought
Before
too,
they
yeah.
even started throwing the rocks.
Why are
I
you
was like,
taking the
why
low
are-
ground?
Why are you taking the low ground?
Why are you
These
not
things
up
can
high?
fly. Why are you taking low?
So
Because you can just spray up easier than you can spray
So
down. Apparently.
the medic. We'll be getting into her very shortly. But
Liar.
yeah, she's a liar. We'll get into that very shortly.
the Judas.
So the medic runs off, and she has her revolver with her. The baboons chase her. Then they end up knocking. She knocks herself out first off. This dumb bitch running
Doesn't hit a
runs
damn thing.
directly into a fucking
Oh,
long ass branch
just-
that is eye level. Like how?
And the thing that pisses me off about this whole movie, especially right here, we've established that these baboons are killers.
Uh-huh.
They will get you and they will kill you.
Uh-huh.
Except for this one girl.
Well, they need to reproduce.
Yeah.
I was afraid of that happening.
Okay,
I was afraid of that
Jared,
happening.
like I said it, and Jared took like a beat to process what I said.
Yeah,
No, honestly, I was
Because
afraid
he's about to agree with me, and he's like, "Oh,
yeah, that's not the way I was going to agree.
I was afraid that Ron Perlman was going to say they took her for certain purposes.
yeah." That's like the
Yeah, I think
primal.
I think
Yeah,
they brought her
urges.
back to the den because as they're breeding, I
Forced
assumed
urges.
that she was going to be food for the babies, and that's
Yeah.
why we saw the bones in like
Yeah,
the pit of
yeah, I
that
got it, but like
cave.
my
But
mind went
yeah,
there for a
yeah,
brief moment.
yeah, I
After
did
watching
too.
Island of Dr.
I did
Moreau,
too.
Yeah, right.
Which I've considered this movie a prequel, but
A spiritual prequel.
or an alternate universe. And I'll get into that.
Alternate universe.
Alternate universe,
I'd
same
say
story.
alternate universe. Yeah.
Very much so.
So yeah, then that happens, and then they go save her, and then him and the dude who lead the expedition like make up.
Montgomery.
Yeah, essentially the Montgomery there. It's like, I won't be able to talk to you in their cave. Reception will be spotty. Take this walkie. Keep it on channel 2. I'll at least be able to talk to you. No different than our relationship
I'll be
so
able to
far.
hear you.
No different than our current situation.
Yeah.
Which is like
yeah.
Ron Perlman has been nothing but helpful.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
like,
he's
like-
the only
yeah.
one trying to help
You've been
you.
thinking he's been an asshole, but turns out he was right the whole time.
Yeah, he was right. This island should have never been gone to.
How many do you think they're in there? More than 2, less than 1 million. Just that perfect line.
And I
Perfect
fucking love
line.
the improvisation of the device that he uses to blow up the cave,
Yeah.
which is a grenade taped to dynamite.
Tape to dynamite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, fun fact, you know who invented dynamite?
Miners.
Ron Perlman.
No,
The Chinese.
Miss Dr. Noble, the same guy who invented the Nobel Prize.
The Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah, because he was so upset with his name being attached to dynamite.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
so-
maybe don't fucking blow up Chinese slaves to build minecarts. Or not minecarts, railways.
Yeah.
So he saves her. He blows up the cave. They go back. That's when the technician death happens that we talked about earlier.
Yep.
They just rip him apart. But the point I
No,
wanted.
no, hang on.
Baboon
I would
patriarchy.
just like to say we need to talk about it for a brief moment.
Oh, I wanted to talk about how they
Because-
find his body. It
no,
makes
I need
no
to talk about
sense.
the interaction because we did touch on it. Like the gun is there.
Yeah.
He like blinks. The gun is gone. The gun is over on his other
I
side.
fucking hated it. Like, there's no
Yeah.
way you would not.
And
be
so
able to-
as he's like walking up to the like, okay, so sorry, it's gonna be a little bit different on the audio. He's walking
Michael's
up to the gun. He's
walking
like, "Easy, fella, easy,
Yeah,
fella."
he tries
There's
to
some
calm
screaming
talk
coming
the
from
fucking
the
apes.
actual tent, and there's just a monkey just flipping and making a mess and just throwing everything. And the monkey's on top of him, like, you dumb
okay, yeah,
motherfucker.
there's a monkey in front of you within like sprinting distance.
Uh-huh.
Don't take your fucking eye off of that
And
thing.
so he looks back, and the monkey's just making a mess of the tent, throwing papers and shit. And he looks back, and the monkey, it's already too late. So
Yeah,
we
they
missed the
murder
part about the
him.
monkey destroying the tent, which
We-
comes
yeah,
into
that
play
is true.
later. So, because he destroys everything but the life raft.
Yeah, they destroy fucking everything over there.
I wonder why
the boat guy.
Yeah,
he's not an actor. He's a stunt guy.
yeah, he's
Probably.
probably.
I wonder why he's so fucking bad at doing an accent.
What's his nationality?
I don't know. It just says Ramiro Gonzalez.
You can't click on it, and it doesn't bring up
It
where he was
doesn't,
born.
No, he has. All I have on Ramiro Gonzalez.
Well, it's Gonzalez, so
Ramiro Gonzalez is known for his work in Escape from L.A., Ghost, and A Man Apart.
oh damn, he was in Escape from L.A. That's a good movie.
And Ghost.
I
Patrick Swayze.
don't really care about Ghost.
I want you to touch me
Wow.
sensually while I make pottery.
Anyway, we need to continue about Primal
Yeah.
Force, otherwise we're never gonna get through it.
yeah, so they
Just like the
destroy
movie.
everything. We go, and then
Go
they're
to
like,
a
"Oh
long-
no, we killed the guy. What are we gonna do now? All our technician, everything's dead." And then fake medic chicks like, "Oh, we have to."
What about the compound?
Yeah, what about that thing you told me?
Which-
The storage shed.
Yeah, when no one is like, I've never called it a compound. No one even knows there's a compound on here. I would have immediately be like, How much do you fucking know?
I was hoping Ron Perlman would call her out on that, but they
No.
just gloss over
He's like,
it.
it's
and
just
they're like,
over the ridge.
There's a comm center. We can get it working. Like, I'll get it working. Let's go. And then, don't go into the tall grass.
Don't
And then
go
they
into
have to
the
go
tall
through the tall
grass.
And then they kill another Mexican.
Yeah, they do. They
I
kill
would
the
just
other
love to
Mexican.
say that in this scene, it's amazing because the dude has like an AK, right?
Mhm.
And it's just spraying everywhere. Like when the camera is like behind him, he's just spraying in front of him. When the camera is like mounted on, it's just in one direction. It's not moving at all. It's just shooting. I'm like,
Yeah.
this cinematography fucking sucks, guys.
I think
Terrible
This
editing.
might be the movie that has the most accurate gun use, like ammo wise.
Yes.
Because they run out of ammo,
Oh.
they'll toss their guns.
Yeah, they run
out
out
of
of ammo.
I was literally counting the shots when the medic chick gets knocked out. She's
There
on the
were
ground
6.
shooting the revolver. I'm
There were
like,
6.
are they going to do 6 or
No.
is she going to have more shots? 1,
6,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then she's out. I'm like, okay, they actually
Also,
counted the
she
shots.
missed every shot because she's
Yeah,
shooting. The monkey is
somehow.
here and she's shooting like 30 degrees away. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like face to face, and she can't hit the broadside of a fucking barn for some reason.
Shit. So we get through the tall grass and we get to the compound.
Yeah, the Mexican guy took off to go shoot him. Then they attack him. They save him.
Yep.
And then they take up to the compound.
Yep.
Get the generator working.
Yep.
Get the comm working. But then we find that the scientist, dun dun dun,
Hang
who's
on.
done everything.
Hang
They
on.
find his tape.
Hang on. Because Sven didn't watch this part of the movie. So
What?
I would like to give you.
Why didn't you watch this part of the movie?
How could he continue?
I would
Ran
like
out of time.
I would like to give you my synopsis of what I explained to Sven on the ride over here for the next of what happens.
Okay.
We can come back and talk to about it more if you would like, if that's okay.
Yeah.
So Sven stopped walking right before Ron Perlman gets the generator working. The generator gets working. Everyone starts finding ammunition and like getting ready to like defend themselves and getting the comm system up and working, right?
Right.
Dr. Chick finds the tape, puts the tape in, shuts it off after the line is, I shit you not, I looked into God's eyes and God blinked.
Good
Yeah.
line.
Good delivery of a good line too. And basically it's the doctor talking about how he's genetically engineered these monkeys to have the primal force.
If I can.
Yes. It's not how genetic engineering works.
They called me crazy. I
Yes.
told them I'd make animals that are only built to kill. Only purpose is to kill and survive. No other purpose. They called me crazy. They chastised me. So here I am on this
Shunned me.
island. Shunned me from my work. But oh, I'll show them. I'll show them all.
It is the law.
It is
so-
the law.
So this is Dr. Moreau in another universe.
Yes.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
what happens to Ron Perlman.
Yes. Yes.
They take his dead body and
They make
mutate
it.
him,
They turn him
into a
into the
blind
sayer the
ram.
law.
5
Uh,
fingers.
So
and he's blind for some
So,
reason.
they.
I don't
So
understand that part of it, but
well, because it's blood in the eyes, and it hurt. And smoking, it's bad for your eyes too. He went through so many cigarettes. So they're like
Quackle.
the girl is like found the tape and she's emotionally distraught by it and like comes down from
Yep.
the thing and has the notebook. And Ron Perlman comes from around the corner and she's clearly upset. She's sniffing and Ron's like, I don't want to talk to this bitch. And it's like the most
there's-
awkward side. Like,
You wanted to know why I was here.
yeah, and then she finally goes, you want to know why I was here? I came because he's my father. Bum, bum, bum. And I just wanted to make sure he wasn't as big of an asshole as my mom said he was. Turns out she was fucking right. And this
He was
motherfucker
crazy.
has a notebook where he was going to do the same shit he was doing to the monkeys, to the village that's on this island. He was going to tell them it was vaccines and it was going to make them live longer.
Yep.
And it was going to turn them into fucking violent assholes.
And
And Ron is just like,
Yep.
You know, we used to talk
sucks.
every now and again. And share a bottle and pretty okay guy. If I don't say he let me live, which is the
All
only
things
problem.
considered.
he's very unmoved by this
Uh-huh.
poor girl. Like,
Yeah, he
tearing up
gives
eyes.
no fucks. He's like,
Right.
yeah, you know, we got
So-
along, we talked a lot.
So they
you know.
are all up in the comm tower now and like counting, getting ammo around because it's gonna be nightfall soon,
And then they'll wait for us.
right? And then all of a sudden the guy, does he have like a stethoscope on a magnet and like rubbing it and all, and they get the comms working. Fuck yeah, they get the comms working. Mayday, mayday, plane down. Can anyone hear us?
We read it.
Hang on. Can anyone hear us? Yeah, this is like Blue Horizon. We hear you. Oh my God, that's so awesome. We are at the southeast coordinate. Obviously, fucking obviously, the monkeys cut the line. Not the power, the line.
Now, I want to give some emergency advice for people. If you're in a harrowing situation and you call 911, give them your address first. Then you explain the problem. Because if you lose that line, they'll have the address.
Or you just keep repeating that address over and over and over again. You don't stop. You just keep going.
It's like, because that's the when they get the comms, it's like coordinates. Help us.
Yep.
Like
so.
Important information.
There is one thing I forgot to mention about when they're in the cave. The woman mentions this, and it's important by when they cut off the power.
They're wearing a bra.
Hang on. I'll get to
when they cut off the radio antenna, she brings up that because of the experiments that had been done to them, that the baboons were at a Neanderthal level of intelligence and were only increasing in intelligence the more that they were left alive.
Yep, you're right.
So,
do you relate, Jared?
So there's one before I get into before I get to the monkey attack on the first monkey attack on the compound, I need to jump back a second. The woman who is playing Kelsey, the rich bitch, fairly attractive. She is in a sheer white top, just for the sake of her being in cold water with a black bra.
Look at my boobs.
Yeah, just that it happens like twice. So they lose the comms, and there's monkeys on the roof.
Monkeys on the roof.
Monkeys on the
Punch
roof.
a hole. And don't forget, when Ron Perlman gives people the guns, gives the girls the guns, like, make sure you only shoot when you can guarantee a kill.
Right?
Otherwise, this will last very long.
Doesn't fucking happen.
Yeah.
He also gives the fucking sawn off to the dying man, just in case, man. Like, you have one shot to kill something and kill yourself.
It'll be quicker and more painless.
Shit goes down, but basically the four main characters make it through the night, right?
Yeah.
They don't have enough ammo to do this again.
I would have counted, all right, 1, 2, 3,
and then
5 rounds.
Ron Perlman just starts laughing.
Yep.
And he just starts laughing, and everyone's like, what? He's like, we got enough fuel though, don't we? And everyone looks at him. And then the next thing is them dumping out cans of fuel all over the fucking place.
I didn't argue with you. It's not all over the place.
Under the tower.
One place.
Well, they're
putting it all under the fucking
but
tower.
If you look, they're dumping it away from the tower, which I understand kind of. Yes. They do not dump it towards a tower.
I could have sworn they were dumping it all under the tower because then the plan was to lead them in. Because he throws down the rope to shut the hatch and lock them in the tower.
I thought that was going to be a long-ass fuse, too, and it wasn't. It didn't pay off. So they have a plan, and the plan is to leave the dead Mexican dude and like the Island of Dr. Moreau style, project the doctor's voice over the loudspeaker to rile up the 6 monkeys, I guess.
Yeah,
So, middle of the night, the comms are going off. Monkeys are climbing the stairs, except for one. You see one and he just kind of looks at you. Looks at you funny. You never really cut back to it again, but you know it's going to be relevant because you never see him finish going up the stairs. Ron Perlman pearls the rope. The latch is closed. The monkeys are freaking out because apparently they can't climb over.
Apparently they can't either just climb over or...
Well, I mean, it's...
Or pull open the grate.
Yeah, because it's
not locked.
And then the guy is like,
this part pissed me the fuck off.
Right?
It's not...
Oh my God!
I just want to say it's not locked because he mentions before, shouldn't we put a lock on that? And Perlman's like, won't do any good to put a lock on it.
Right?
Like, it probably would have fucking helped right there, though!
It's fine.
So, Sven, what happens is... So, the good man is not Ron Perlman.
I left this part out. I mean, you know what's happening, but I left it
he got a lantern. Oil lantern. And he goes like, all right. He swings it once. He swings it twice. He swings it a third time. He swings it his 4th time.
And then the baboon finally attacks him. The one baboon, remember the one baboon that was looking at us like he knew something was up? That's the baboon that attacks.
Now, personally,
and gets bit up to hell.
I can understand 3 swings.
Right?
Out of the 1, 2,
I wouldn't have even done two. I would have done one overhand and fucking, because the fuel's fucking everywhere. You don't have to get even remotely close.
No,
the
it's-
fuel in the lamp is
That's
going to
fair.
spread.
Yeah, no, but the fact that when he swung at once, and I saw the fucking baboon appear behind him, like, he's not gonna throw this.
Oh, I missed a
He was
part.
waiting for his cue. He was waiting for his cue to get jumped.
When they're planning this, or they first get to the compound, there's a can of hairspray. And the one chick is like, "Oh, you guys practice like personal hygiene and shit?" He's like, "No, it's for a flamethrower." So good.
But no, he was. But that is the thing though. Ron Perlman like says that he had good experiences with the doctor of like talking whatever, but then he does bring up like
He's an asshole.
that he's like, but he did let me live, so I've had to live with all
Yeah.
My PTSD.
all the PTSD, all this baboon PTSD of people getting murdered and,
And
them
I can't
screaming and
stress
chasing
to
me.
you guys enough how many times we've cut to the PTSD. We just haven't talked about it because it has
It happens throughout.
and it
throughout
gave
the
me a
entire fucking
headache
movie.
because it's just shaky cam and like an
People
off
screaming
filter.
and then
Yeah.
It's not even people screaming. It's just fucking ape sounds. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So the
accurate.
guy gets attacked and he drops the oil lantern like 30 feet away from where it needs to be. And who is it? Ron?
Yeah, Ron Perlman
Okay.
goes,
Oh, no,
remember me?
this whole time,
Because I
Pulls out his knife.
Because I remember you.
and this whole time, the guy's getting fucking shredded. He's not like he's not having a good time. He's getting his like back ripped out and stuff. He's like, oh,
Oh God, help!
I'm gonna model. I'm gonna say
So the monkey runs and attacks Ron, and the guy summons up enough strength to finally get a swing off to break the oil lantern. And then
Run! Push, 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 push! Daniel! Daniel!
But
Run!
there's
Do
great
something!
yeah. So when the fucking patriarch
Yeah. Yes.
runs at Ron Perlman,
Yeah.
he fucking sidesteps.
Yes.
It's just like, wow, this ape designed to kill people.
I mean,
Shoots.
here's the thing. The way the fuel worked is not how actual explosions work.
Yeah,
right?
no.
Because he lit it and it just shot into it lit the fuel on the ground and the tower exploded. It would have traveled up. There's no way, and so you hear the first explosion, you hear monkey scream and the tower tips a little bit. A second explosion, more monkey scream and the tower tips the rest of the way. Yeah. And so they're like, run, and they're like, what are we doing? It's like, they're buying us the one chick's like, they're buying us time, and they middle of the night, we know it's an hour walk, an hour and a half walk tops. It is the middle of the goddamn afternoon by the time they get to the beach, which is a direct
And they
fucking
get
line.
the emergency boat app.
Yeah.
Oh, which they said early in the movie can only carry 2.
Right? And it
Yeah,
wasn't worth
funny
using.
how that works, huh?
It wasn't worth using because what's the point? Who's gonna find us drifting out here in the Mexican Ocean?
So yeah, then they get back to the thing. Two tricks pull out the life raft to start up the safety beacon thing. But then as they're going, fucking douchebag dude comes running off with his arm. Hey guys, wait for me! Hang on!
He's like, he's just walking gently because he's just making it through the woods. And then
And
oh
then
my God,
more
he made it.
baboons show
And they're
up.
like, run! And he looks back and there's like 30 fucking baboons running at him.
That's my thing. What happened to the 30 that they saw? This somehow 30 turned into fucking a
They
million,
killed
literally.
6, and apparently, less than a.
The thing is now, I love you guys. Guys are
Yeah.
good
Yeah?
friends. If I was told boat can carry 2 people, like say me and someone else super healthy, and one of you come out of that room with a whole bunch of baboons.
Oh no! Because here's the thing.
Dead. He's already
Here's the
dead.
I'm almost 100% certain monkeys can swim, and they are
Yes.
not in
Yeah,
deep water.
These baboons
Like they are
don't
not
try
in
to
deep
swim.
water.
When
They
the rich
stop
chick
at the
jumps
shoreline.
in, they ignore her, and then when they go into the ocean, they just are immediately like, "Oh, well,
They
there's
just
water."
stop at the
I
shore.
guess
They
that's our
stop 20
kryptonite.
feet
Maybe
from
it's
the
a territory
shore.
thing.
I don't like the dinosaurs in Jurassic World 2, where like the predators on the inside, the
Herbivores
say
on
the
the
outside. More denser you get in, the more amount of like evil creatures you're gonna see.
Maybe, but yeah, the fact that they could have done that the whole time. Like, all
Could
right,
have.
kill the traitor, kill the brown guy, let's go.
So yeah, then all 3 of them.
To the audience, I am a brown guy, so I can say that.
Shut up, Anthony. So they shove off into the raft, and then it pans out with Ron Perlman, who's dying, and he just lights up his final smoke, and I'll see you soon, Doc.
He holds up. He holds up his
Oh,
fifth.
that's right.
that
He holds up the fifth that he
I thought he was
sipping
gonna
on all
dump it
the
out,
fucking
and
time.
this
would have been cool.
It would have been great to like a sacrificial
I
like
thought that's what he would have
baptism,
done.
and like no, he just
Yeah,
He doesn't
I'll
even.
see
He
you
doesn't
soon,
even
and then
do it.
just-
He just stops moving.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
he doesn't like
cigarette
have a
just-
dead pose. He just
be
like,
with you
like-
soon, Doc.
like is he dead?
Oh, he's dead.
It's
yeah,
just, no, he becomes
somehow-
Sayer of the Law.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. He becomes
is the
Sayer of the
law.
Law. He
Right,
gets
because now
glaucoma.
he's got monkey DNA all over him, and because it's been genetically mutated, he becomes
a ram.
Sayer of the Law.
Yeah, he becomes a
Or
ram.
was he a ram?
Becomes
Yes,
a
he was a
blind
ram.
ram
I
with five
fucking-
fingers.
I'm just dead to the world on
He
that
did
one.
have 5 fingers though, so he was a man.
Yeah, So,
Ooh.
it
Well,
might
you
have
see,
affected him
It might have
differently.
been in the other vaccine. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe that's what he was using in the monkey. The aggression thing was just ram
Everyone's
DNA
finding a way
to
to
make
tie
him like
these
that.
two fucking
I think-
movies together.
Yeah, no, this movie's great to watch as a prequel to the Island of Dr. Moreau because it ends with 3 people on a emergency raft and the other one begins.
And here's the thing. Here, I would also just like to say,
Fuck, that is
the
true.
comm systems on the Monkey Island are now destroyed.
Uh-huh.
And who are they gonna bring in to fix the comm systems? Montgomery, obviously, the neurosurgeon.
Yeah, no. These
Right,
movies are
like
connected
the
somehow.
compound itself is kind of designed like Dr. Moreau's.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, here's the thing: who's to say Dr. Moreau isn't actually the real estate tycoon that bought this island?
That's fair.
He has a Nobel Prize and there's TNT. More
Right.
connections.
I'm just saying, like, it all like he has maybe the daughters were friends.
I want to point out just one detail really quickly
Just one.
that we
She's a
glanced over.
pussycat.
She's a pussycat.
Maybe
Maybe Sayer the Law was like his first like look into it, and he doesn't actually tell anyone that, but he's like, yeah, no, that's actually a good idea. I can make the perfect
They
human.
took his DNA.
Yes,
Ron Perlman's the template.
yes, that's why he's Sayer the Law.
so. I think
it all makes sense.
it's when they're at the. It's somewhere before all this. Ron Perlman calls the medic chick out as not being there for Westchester. It's like early on.
Yeah.
This happens right after the fun scene where he shoots all the monkeys at the airplane.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
because then he's like, yeah, so I know you're not a fucking medical professional because the
So-
doctor here hasn't had an assistant in over 10 years. So what the fuck are you?
yeah.
And
She
what
also
are you
fucking-
doing here?
Wanders off. She knows that they're genetic animals. She knows that their animals are crazy here because her dad worked on this place. She
Yeah.
still wanders off alone.
Yeah, well, she's dumb.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's Primal Force.
It was actually
It was
again, it was not as
not-
bad a movie as I thought it was going to be.
I feel like with a
Would you
bigger
rather?
budget, it would have been better.
Yeah, I can agree. If it hadn't have been a sci-fi direct-to-TV movie, it could have been done better. It just with the budgeting they had, this isn't as bad as it
Like,
could have
if
been. It's
Edgar
not as
Wright
bad as
made
the other
this movie-
sci-fi movies.
If Edgar Wright made this movie, it would be amazing.
I tried watching Python after this.
No.
That came out the year after, and it was
Why?
somehow fucking
Might as
worse.
well
And I
watch
was like,
Anaconda.
how
At
did
least
you
that's
guys
like
go
a
a year and make it
Komodo.
worse?
Okay.
Oh, that's coming up.
I
That's
believe
coming
it.
up.
Is it on YouTube? Are we gonna watch that one too?
It might be.
Are we
It's
doing
fine. I
shitty
think it might
sci-fi
be.
movies this Oddtober?
Basically,
All right.
I'm fine with it.
Basically,
I'm fine with it.
basically.
I'm fine with
A
it.
shitty fucking scary sci-fi movie I watched the other day is The Cave.
I
from, like,
hate the cave.
2005.
Oh my god, with the bad people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said, wait.
It's like a knockoff of The Descent.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. No, yeah, I know what you're talking about. No, but it's yeah, it's the and then the dude gets infected and he starts becoming one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is with that movie,
bat with blue eyes.
it makes less sense because like in The Descent it's great because those are men who never left the cave. They've
Yeah.
been doing that for 100,000
The
of
Descent's
years.
a fucking great movie.
But the cave, they're just miners who were trapped in there.
Is that what it
But
was?
the
I haven't seen that
parasite
movie forever
mutated
now.
them.
Yeah, they're a parasite mutated them, and those are just
Into giant dragon creatures.
Oh
I remember-
my god.
That makes no
Sorry.
fucking sense.
I remember seeing the fucking because I had that movie in high school, and like we had the DVD of it, and I always saw it. I'm like, oh, look at this giant fucking monster, like looking at a
Yeah,
jaw.
because I've
Like,
seen that
cool.
movie. It's a
And-
giant
and-
fucking
and
monster, and
it's
then
not. It's man sized. One of them has wings, but
All
they're all
right.
blind.
So that was
I
Primal
hate that.
Force.
Yeah, Primal
Primal
Force,
Force.
guys.
What about Peter Benchley's Creature?
It's great. Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman's
the-
great. I
yeah.
love Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman's fucking just amazing. Like
He's
I
amazing
love
in
this
everything he
man.
does.
Can't wait to watch
Spider.
Pacific Rim so I can talk about being Henry
Arachnid.
Chow.
That's a
Oh
good
my god! Instead of
sci-fi
sci-fi movies,
Oh,
can we do
God,
fucking Ron
I know
Perlman
that one.
movies?
Oh my god, we should do Ron Perlman.
where it's another one where they're on like a tropical island with the
Yeah.
fucking mutated spider.
Yeah, I
what
know,
you're talking
yeah.
about, too.
Yeah.
Guys, ready for a box office game?
Yeah, I
Yes,
love the box
let's
office.
end
Box
off on the
office
box
game.
office
Ooh,
game.
We need a tune.
No, it's fine.
Box office.
So again, this.
Box
office.
So we're
Box
talking the
office
week of
game.
May 7th through the 13th, I do believe, right? No, it came out what day? Came out May 6th, right? Hang on. I might
Yes,
need
I
to-
believe
This
so,
movie
basically.
did?
Yes,
Take it
hang
down.
on. I might have to give me 1 second because I might have to.
Give
No,
him
no, no, no.
1 second,
'Cause
folks.
it came out on a Sunday, so hang on. So May 6th.
Oh, it came out on our Lord's Day.
Amazing.
amazing.
On the Sabbath.
Yeah, May 6th. Yeah, May 6th, 19th.
Okay, so
That's
give me 1
Fender's
second
game.
because I had the wrong one pulled up. So it is domestic box office for April 30th through May 6th.
Yep.
Number 1 in the box office. It's in its second week. It recently had a remake that you people enjoyed. I
Yeah.
didn't get to watch it.
No, that was in the box office.
Remake. What fucking remake did we?
No, hang on a second. Hang on a second.
Oh, Mortal
Hang,
Kombat.
no, hang on a second. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Hang on a second.
That. What the?
Yeah, we all enjoyed it.
Yeah, that I'm drawing a blank.
I bought that movie.
Did you?
Yeah,
Good
it's
for
on
you.
HBO, it's on HBO Max, but I bought it because I want it.
I bought Color Out of Space because I really like that one.
Hang on. It's being a bitch to me. Sorry, guys. Hang on a second.
What a.
This has been the box office game.
This has been the.
You guys remember Movie Phone? Thank you for calling Movie Phone.
Yo, it's funny that Primal Force is on YouTube. If you keep watching into the credits,
yeah, that
somebody ripped it directly from BBC Two because as the credits were rolling, you've been watching BBC Two. Up next, it's like, oh god, they just took it directly from
Okay.
here.
Sorry. Had to get through. Got the right week. It's week 18 of the calendar year, April 30th through May 6th, 1999. Number 1 in the box office. First week in it. I've never even heard of this movie.
all right.
It's Entrapment.
Never heard of it.
Okay. Number 2 has a sequel coming out very soon. It is in its 6th week.
Sequel coming out very soon.
Well, not very soon, but soon.
Matrix.
Yes, it is The Matrix.
Oh fuck.
Number 3 in the box office is Life. Number 4 has Never Been Kissed.
Oh, that's-
Analyze This. Idle Hands. Number 7.
Idle Hands?
Yes. Number
Oh
6.
my god,
God.
that movie.
Number 7 is a very popular movie. Has kind of a cult following now. One of the stars is no longer with us, R.I.P., but gave us the best Joker. 6th week in the box office.
Are you saying 10 things I hate about
It is
you?
10 Things I Hate About You
Yeah,
at
it
number
is.
7. Number
One of my
8
favorite
is
movies.
Pushing 10. Number 8
course.
is Go. Number 10 is Lost and Found. I'm going to go through the top 15 because there's nothing in here. Number 11 is The Out of Towners. 12 is Fortune Cookies. 13, Life is Beautiful. 14, Forces of Nature. 15, Shakespeare in Love.
That got Gwyneth Paltrow titties in it.
Never seen it.
Number 20 in the box office this week, we'll talk about. It's a movie that we have talked about. It is a movie based on a cartoon that we have talked about that did not make it as far in the Nick bracket as anyone thought
Rocky
it
and Bullwinkle.
would. No.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No. Nick. The Nick bracket.
Yeah,
I hated it.
Yeah, Ninja Turtles were in the
Absolutely
Nick bracket.
Absolutely
Every-
hate this movie.
So it's got an animal in it.
It has a superhero persona in it as well.
Oh, Doug.
It is Doug's first movie,
Pretty cool.
followed by
As soon as you
Baby
mentioned that,
Geniuses,
like, Doug.
Oddtober Sky, and number 24 in the box office in its 41st week. Been out since last November. It's a war movie starring Tom Hanks.
Oh, Saving Private Ryan.
It's Saving Private Ryan.
Damn
rounding
straight,
out.
that's a damn good movie.
And then
I remember watching the first 10 minutes in class.
number
We all laughed at the
32
man
in the
who
box
was armed.
office by DreamWorks in its 20th week in the box office is very critically acclaimed ancient Egypt movie.
Oh, dude, don't even have to say anymore.
What is it?
It's the Prince of Egypt.
It is the Prince of Egypt.
I'm
number
trying not to
32.
sing the entire soundtrack. Val Kilmer, Ray Fiennes.
Number 36 is a remake of a Roger and Hammerstein's musical, starring an Oriental hierarchy and their maid that comes in.
Shall we?
Yeah, it's The King and I. Yes.
Yeah, The King and I.
Number 33 or number
Sir Patrick's
46th in the box office, 33rd week in. It's a Pixar movie. It's one of my favorites.
Toy Story 2.
No.
No.
Bug's Life.
Yes, it's a Bug's Life.
I'm like, it's got to be old then. It gets
Number 50 in the box office is a Robin Williams classic where he cures people.
Oh,
Patch Adams.
It is Patch Adams.
It's a terrible movie. Yeah.
Patch Adams rounds out the top.
Laugh at
50.
my jokes. Uh-huh.
So, yeah, there wasn't a whole lot. Like
I'm
the
dying.
Rage Carry 2 is here. Blast from the Past, Message in a Bottle, Hideous Kinky, which I've never heard of, but like, yeah. That rounds out our box office. Next week, The Matrix, or if I would have done the week after next, the week of May 7th through May 13th, number 1 in the box office was a Brendan Fraser.
Monkey Bone.
It's The Mummy.
Monkey Bone.
It's The Mummy.
I'm like, Monkey Bone. Everyone's favorite Brendan Fraser.
Yes, The Mummy was
Monkey
the box office.
That
Anyway.
has been What Nodcast.
That has been What Did I Cast?
This was a fun one.
Start of our Oddtober. I'm glad everyone didn't absolutely hate this movie. I thought you guys were gonna fucking lovely hate it.
It's
good.
terrible.
It was terrible, but I had a.
It's terrible,
But
it's
here's the
guilty.
thing: I could follow it, unlike The Island of Dr. Moreau. Like
That's fair.
this one had a
That's
clear
fair.
monkeys bad, Ron Perlman good.
Antagonist,
I knew where everything was.
But with that, folks, we will catch you all next time. There wasn't a video version, so if you're watching this on YouTube, that's because we were a bit late, and I didn't.
He
want to set everything
overslept.
up.
Listen to the beginning of it again. We give him enough shit.
Yeah, that's true. But until next time, guys, stay odd, stay happy. We'll catch you next Monday with another Oddtober. Bye, guys.
See
Bye,
ya.
everybody. Stay away from the PTSD.
Yeah,
Stop smoking.
I would hope so. I don't think anyone wants that.